Do you find your characters in everyday life, in friends or neighbors? Do they show up full blown out of the ether or possibly based on mythical or historical figures? Let's talk. Hello and welcome to my writing journey. I'm Byerrum, a mystery author as well as a playwright, children's book author, and writer of short stories and more. In these videos, I discuss writing-related topics, sometimes gossip, or current writing or publishing events, or whatever is on your minds. If that sounds good to you, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe to this channel. Also, feel free to give me topics to discuss. Now, in my opinion, characters are the things that bring books to life. It's not the puzzle or the plot, though they are important. Whatever the inspiration came from, I find that my characters morph and become completely different beings than I first expected. Hopefully they become louder, faster, and funnier, or whatever attitude I'm going for. Creating vibrant characters may be how we cope with the idiots in our lives, and they may actually come from our lives. I know I have recounted this story before, but it was memorable. A writer at a conference told the audience how much he hated his boss, apparently someone with no redeeming quality. The writer hated this guy so much, he killed him in a book. He hated him so much that he killed him in 3 books. The relief and inspiration must have been tremendous. The audience roared. It's no secret among writers that random people who irritate you may be morphed into characters in our books. They may become villains or victims, even the oddball hero. However, when I was first writing books, there was a popular blog that viciously attacked a writer who in her own blog discussed how she planned to use a stranger who had greatly offended her as the basis of a really disgusting negative character in her book. Blog readers went nuts, berating the author and swearing to ruin her and never purchase or read her books, and all kinds of things. How would she dare? They were shocked that anyone would write about real people in their books. I was shocked at this reaction. First, I will say the objects of our ire are not real recognizable people by the time the writer is finished. They have become a work of fiction. And second, some people didn't get the memo, or they haven't seen the mug. Have you seen it? The one that says, "Don't annoy the writer. She may put you in a book and kill you." You can find these mugs in gift stores and online. Feel free to purchase. Something happens between the idea and the finished product. And get this, you may become very fond of the absurd character or find that they are important to the story. That's what happened to my character of Felicity Pickles, the food editor in my Crime of Fashion Mysteries. Felicity is a character who is constantly trying to feed people around her, whether they are dieting or not. And she expects them to love her in return, playing lots of psychological head games with food. Felicity may have started out life from someone who annoyed me greatly. However, she became a figure of fun and readers love her. Go figure. They expect a lot from her and from me. And if I ever return to my series, Felicity and Death and Dismemberment reporter Harlan Wiedemeyer might just make it down the aisle. That's right. I have heard tips from other writers about taking characters from real life and how you finesse that. Obviously, change a few things about them. Their hair color, their eye color, their profession, certain behavioral tics. You can take a person who irritates you, give them all the annoying habits they have in real life, and simply change their sex. If you start with a man, make him a woman. A woman, make him a man. Make her a man, and they will not recognize themselves. One writer I knew said, you can take a man, write all his flaws, make him completely recognizable, but if you give him a wee willy winky, he will never admit it's him. I find that most of the people who may have inspired me never recognize that they have been the starting point of a hero or a villain. On the other hand, other people who are so egotistical, they assume they are the model for characters in books, always the hero or heroine, and they never are. You never thought of them. You don't want to say they're too boring for you, but you might have to keep that as a defense. You? No way. Then laugh. At any rate, have fun with your characters. That's all I have for now, and I'll see you next time. Happy writing. Bye.